past is a memory, the future, a dream, but the present is a sacred flame, a living altar where all truth dwells, all change begins, and all power resides. The philosophers of old spoke often of time, but not as a thing to be measured, rather as a field to be entered fully, with awareness, with reverence, with readiness, for only here, now, in this breath, can you act, can you choose, can you become Plato? Said time is the moving image of eternity, and what a gift it is to stand in this moment with eternity whispering through your veins. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but now. Now is your temple. Now is your sword. Now is your chance to be present, is not to ignore the past nor deny the future, but to return always to the center where wisdom lives, where silence sings, where the soul listens, without judgment, without haste. You do not need more time, you need more presence. For in presence, time expands, focus sharpens, energy returns, meaning deepens when you inhabit. Now fully the universe responds fully. What you do now is what you are becoming now. Not what you intend, not what you imagine, but what you do, what you say, what you carry in your heart and place into the world. With your hands stoics, like Marcus Aurelius warned us, against distraction, against scattering the mind into all directions. They taught the discipline of bringing the mind back to the task, back to the duty, back to the breath. This is not merely productivity. This is divinity lived through discipline. For when you dwell in now, you meet the eternal in the soil, in the sound, in the face of a stranger, in the whisper of your own thoughts. You see, not through the eyes, but through the soul. And what is your life, if not a sequence of sacred nows? This moment, this word, this choice, each one a seed, each one a sacred oath to the life you long to live, to the virtues you vow to embody. There is no wisdom in waiting for the right time. The right time is when you are awake, when you are brave, when you are kind. The right time is now. Do not wait for peace. Bring peace into this moment. Do not wait for strength. Summon strength in this step. Do not wait for inspiration. Act and it will arrive. Your breath is a prayer. Your body is a sanctuary. Your attention is a sword. Learn to wield it with intention, with grace, with devotion, and you will cut through illusion, through anxiety, through regret. For when you are truly present, fear loses its grip, regret finds no ground, and hope ceases to be distant. It becomes immediate. It becomes breath. Socrates taught that the unexamined life is not worth living. And what is examination but the art of pausing, of returning, of listening to the moment and asking, is this true? Is this kind? Is this wise? You do not need to travel far. You need only to descend inward into the space where time slows, and being begins the place where you remember that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them, the silence before them, the clarity beyond them. There is eternity in a single mindful step, in a single act of love, in a single breath filled with gratitude and grace. This is the secret of the sages, of the mystics, of the awakened. It is not elsewhere. It is here. So open your eyes, not just to see, but to perceive. Open your hands, not just to hold, but to offer. Open your heart, not just to feel, but to give. Let presence become your teacher, your compass, your power, for the future you seek is created here, and the healing you long for lives here, and the wisdom you seek flows through here, in the stillness, in the fire, in the now. Stand in it, breathe in it, move from it, and know this: the present is not fleeting, it is sacred, and when you dwell in it, you touch the divine. When the winds howl and the sky turns dark, when your heart feels like a battlefield and your strength begins to waver, remember this: the storm is not the end. The storm is the forge within you. Lies a power not born of ease, but of persistence, of discipline, of sacred endurance. The ancients did not become wise through comfort. They became wise through challenge, through trial, through fire. Stoicism taught us to stand tall, not because life is easy, but because we are anchored in something deeper than fear, deeper than doubt. We are anchored in virtue, in will, in the unwavering clarity of purpose. Epictetus was once a slave, yet he walked in freedom because he mastered the one thing. No one could take his mind, his attitude, his response. He reminded us that while we cannot control events, we can always control how we meet them. Endurance is not just survival, it is nobility. It is the art of remaining whole when everything around you fractures. It is the courage to wake up and begin again when yesterday ended in tears and silence. What you carry in your heart matters more than what surrounds you. You may not command the winds, but you can steer your soul. You may not silence the thunder, but you can choose the rhythm of your breath within it. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your passage. Each struggle, endured each sorrow, faced each hardship, held with grace, carves out a space within you, a deeper chamber for compassion, a vaster well for wisdom. This is not about appearing strong. It is about becoming strong in the quiet hours when no one is watching, in the small choices when everything tempts you to give up, to go numb, to run away. But you do not run. You stay. You hold the line. You whisper to yourself, I was born for this, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary, because something eternal within you refuses to yield. The great heroes of Greece did not seek comfort. They sought honor. They endured exile, betrayal, war, not for pleasure, but for purpose, and their spirits still echo today, reminding you that greatness is not in the crown, but in the climb. Plato said that the soul is like a charioteer with two horses, one noble, one unruly, and your task is not to silence the wild, but to guide it, to harness it, to ride through the storm without breaking apart when your legs shake and your breath shortens. Remember the oak tree. It does not fight the wind, it bends, and in its bending, it survives. And so must you bend without breaking, surrender without giving in, endure without losing your soul. And when you reach the other side, when the sun pierces through and the silence returns, you will not be the same. You will be deeper, steadier, more awake. You will walk not with pride, but with humility, not with noise, but with knowing, because endurance does not shout, it whispers, it teaches it, reveals your true shape, the unshakable center that no loss, no failure, no fear can touch. So hold fast, noble soul. The storm is not your enemy. It is your teacher, your sculptor, your path, and you are not alone. The ancients walk beside you, their strength now yours, their flame now lit in your chest. And when others falter, when others ask how you survived, you will say, I did not survive. I endured. I chose to stand when it hurt. I chose to breathe when it trembled. I chose to rise when it burned. And in that choice, in that moment, in that sacred act of staying, you became eternal. If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.